Hey, what's going on, guys? Another flashlight review. You guys saw I did a review on the Archer 1C as well as the Archer 2A from Thrunite, and now I've been using the Archer 1A. Now this is the Archer 1A-V2, so it's the version 2. A little bit of an upgrade on the LED, which is very cool. Take a look real quick into the business end of the flashlight. We're looking at one of the newer Cree XPL V6 LEDs, which is pretty neat. A little bit more performance on this one with the same power. Basically, it's a single AA flashlight, which I know is extremely popular. People really like their AA lights. Small, compact, awesome EDC flashlight. I have been EDCing the Baton from Olight, but you know, currently kind of switching back and forth between both these lights, and I really like this one a lot. I love the Archer 1C quite a bit, and that was in EDC rotation for a very long time. But now, of course, you know, constantly trying new things. So, time to talk about this one. This is the 1A. Now, this one, the first thing I noticed when I took this out of the package is it does sport a new style pocket clip, which is very cool. Very deep concealed carry clip. It is black, which is very nice. I've criticized Thrunite before for black flashlights with stainless steel clips. It just doesn't, it stands out too much. So I like that it's a nice black coating. Of course, it has their logo on there. So good job with that, Thrunite. It's very cool to see that people actually listen, you know, to what the customer wants. So very cool. Now you guys are pretty familiar with how these work. However, this one being new, I'll go over the same functions and the light outputs and stuff like that. But first I want to show you the box and what it came with, okay? Normal stuff you can expect from Thrunite. We have our spare O-rings in here. And we have our paperwork. This is a 2014 version, by the way, the V2. Okay, everything you need to know. If you want to pause there or pause there, you can read that. But pretty simple. There's no sheath or anything with this, okay? Because as a pocket clip, does not come with the little flashlight holster. So anyway, that's it for accessories. This basically has your main clicky switch on the back, which turns it on. It's in Firefly mode, which we'll talk about in a second. But then, of course, to change your modes, you have a button on the side. The button on the side is nice and white and bright, so it's easy to get to. Something to note is that this protrudes up enough where the pocket clip, if you rotate it, it will stop. It will not cover that button. Okay, just for reference purposes. Now, as I mentioned, it does run on a single AA cell, which is very convenient. I've been using the Duracell Quantum batteries lately. They seem to work really good with flashlights. It's just really convenient to use AA flashlights. That's why these are so popular. There's obviously a lot of great flashlights out there that run on CR123 cells, but you know, a little more expensive, a little harder to find. You have to be a little bit you know, more careful with them, being lithiums. So there is a big preference out there for AA flashlights, particularly single AA flashlights, because they're small. They offer a lot of light. I mean, on high, this is pumping out 180 lumens. It really is awesome where flashlights have come in the last couple of years. Obviously, they're always going to progress. And this time next year, I'm sure this will be like a dinosaur already. But as of right now, it's extremely impressive. This model does have a kind of striking bezel, stainless steel. Okay, it is crenulated, and the edges are somewhat pointy. Okay, so as far as defensive options, even though it's small, it does protrude outside of a, you know, semi-large fist like this. For striking purposes, it would work quite well. Now, I usually don't get excited about these crenulated bezels because, you know, how often are you really going to be using it for that purpose? But the fact that this is a little bit thinner on the edges, I say sharp. If you were striking something, it would tear skin open, but it's not sharp enough where, you know, it's going to hurt you, or if you reach in your pocket, it's going to scrape you. It's not like that, really. You can see that the reflector is heavily stippled. This does have a good beam. You'll see this in the future. I kind of want to compare this with some other lights in future videos. But basically, the user interface is very simple. Click it on. We're going to start off in our Firefly mode. I do like this a lot. About all the Thrunite lights is using that Firefly. This one's 0.05 lumens, and you get a 408-hour runtime. One day, we will put that to the test. The Firefly runtime is so ridiculously long that it's hard to test, you know, but one day I'll just leave it on and set a timer and see what happens. But anyway, using the side button here, clicking it once, we'll go to low. It bumps up to 17 lumens. You get a 22-hour runtime. Then medium, 75 lumens for 5 hours of runtime. And then the full 180 lumens, which my, you know, even right here, my camera's having a hard time adjusting, and you get a 75-minute runtime on that, okay? In any position at all, you can hold the button down, and the strobe is going to come on, so if you're epileptic or something, you know, there's your warning. But hold the button down, goes right to strobe in any mode, okay? There is a mode memory. So let's say you want to go to high, you know, you go firefly, low, medium, high, and then shut the light off. When you turn it back on, it will remember that mode, okay? It does that with all the modes except for strobe. All right, because strobe is only accessible by holding it down. So really simple to use. You know, some flashlights are a little more complicated, so it's kind of hard, especially giving it as gifts. Christmas is around the corner. If you want to get someone a really nice flashlight, there's thousands of options, literally. From dollar store flashlights to something you'll find at Home Depot and Lowe's to, of course, you know, gearheads. You guys know what the deal is with flashlights and all the different companies and all the different models. It's really overwhelming. But one thing to consider when giving it as a gift to someone is ease of use. It really will come down to price first, of course, but then ease of use. Are you going to give someone something with a bunch of features they're not going to use? You know, it's not necessary. This is very easy to use, and that's why I like this. But, you know, that could be said for a lot of different models out there. This does tailstand, which is very nice because of the fact that the body flares out past where the button is. This is a huge deal. If you haven't seen past flashlight reviews, I focus on this a lot because in an emergency situation, I want to light up a room. I'm not going to shine right near the camera here, but I want to light up a room by resting it on a table like that. Okay, if the power goes out, I want to have light around the house, and this is the easiest way I've found to do that. Flashlights that don't tail stand like this, I find it's a little more difficult to use in an emergency situation. And as it's something that I personally want in a flashlight, so it's nice to see that. Pocket clip, like I said, very nice deep conceal carry on this, very easy to remove. You can pop it off if you don't like it. I have really started using pocket clips on flashlights. I've said it before, I usually pop them off, put them inside the pocket, but you know, now I have my main folder, I have my flashlight next to it, and then I have my keys. So, you know, ever since I started carrying the key bar and started using the pocket clip on it, I now have the trio, the light, keys, and knife. So I find that this pocket clip does hold very steady in there. So I like that a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, not a whole lot to talk about with this one. I do like the new version. I do like the XPL V6, the LED that's in there from Cree. I'd like to see where that goes in the future. And of course, you know, how it continues to impress me in how LEDs are getting better and better and better. The problem is, you know, heat distribution. You know, you can make more powerful LEDs, but how do you keep it from overheating and breaking itself? You know, I think that's the real challenge in the advancement of flashlights in general. But anyway, the Archer 1A version 2 is a very cool EDC light. You will see more lights compared to each other in the future as well, because I have been EDCing both of these on and off. This one more recently, but now I'm switching back to this one. So it's constant, you know, constant testing of everything. So that's it, guys. Quick note, down below there'll be a link to this light through Thrunite's Amazon page. Be very careful if you're interested in buying this light on Amazon through Thrunite directly. It's basically one page for the a couple different Archer models, so make sure you select the 1A if that's the one you're interested in. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you soon. Take care.